guys, and welcome to another weekly vlog. It is Wednesday and I have filmed naff all. I just switched on to tell you that I may combine some weekly vlogs, like and do a fortnightly vlog, because some weeks there's just so little, like last week. When I look at my videos, if I don't have enough, I will combine them into 2 weeks, which I might end up doing. Nothing much happening this week. We got a parking fine notification yesterday from the people that don't pay will take it away. 5 separate parking, apparently in free parking spaces that we ran over an hour. Well, I didn't, Darren did. But because I've obviously been sending all the notifications to our previous address, we've got none of them. And so it was passed to this company who sent us a letter we got yesterday. 800 quid they're saying we owe. Darren's dealing with it because it was Darren that parked the car. I'll not go into it, but yesterday I was not in a good mood, so it was not a good day for filming yesterday. He's contacted the MPs from the area who say it's not worth the paper it's printed on, they've no right to do it. They have to provide proof, pictures, proof who's driving, but all the same, my name, it's in my name because the car's registered to me. I'm registered as having 800 quid worth of unpaid parking tickets, and if you knew me, you would know I've never been late with a bill in my life. I've never even had a reminder. So it's quite stressful. So that's what went on yesterday. Today, my dad phoned me about half an hour ago. My grandparents, my dad's parents, have been very, very ill lately. My granddad's in his 90s and it looks like he has the start of rapid onset dementia. He's been trying to jump out windows, he's been getting dressed to go out and keeps falling because he's not in the health to do it. So he's really not well at all. My granny has been ill on and off, and she's had like carers coming in and out, but she's got to the point where she's been impossible to manage. And the carers said to their son, my dad's brother who lives there, he's the only like brother that's never been married, so he lives in the house, that she would really need to go into hospital because she's worsening. My dad's just called me half an hour ago to say she passed away. I think earlier today, or he's just phoned me today to tell me. So it sounds horrible and nasty. And me and my granny, from when I was about 18, have never seen eye to eye. And people will say, "Oh, but you know, it's just one of those things, you know." But she was a horrible woman. I'm not going, people say you should never speak ill of the dead, but she was a horrible, nasty woman. And some of the stuff she's done to me in my life, I'm not even going to go into because I don't want to get into it. So for me to pretend to be devastated would be hypocritical. When a family member dies, you're supposed to be devastated, but the woman was horrible, and for me to pretend to be devastated would be unfair. It's difficult and it's horrible for my dad, and it's horrible for my aunts and uncles that they've lost their mother, and that part of things I feel really sad about. There's obviously the funeral and stuff, and I can't tell you how much I detest funerals. I hate them. So there'll be all that to do, and with it being Catholic, there's the whole go on the night before the funeral to view the body thing, and if you don't, it's seen as offensive. I hate all that as well. So yeah, it's just one of those things. It's a weird one because I'm upset for my family. My dad's sister, Roisin, my aunt, is flying home. She lives in Blackburn in England, so she's flying home, and I feel really bad for her because as the only daughter, she takes so much of the pressure, which isn't really fair, but that's how it tends to work out. But so I feel really bad and really sad for my family, but I was never close to my granny because, some people don't like to admit that people within their family, or they don't like to say, well, they weren't a very nice person, but she wasn't a very nice person. That's just, so it's one of those things that happens in life, and yeah. So today is obviously not a really up and happy day either. But yeah, I'm just waiting on Isaac getting in from school. Tomorrow we've got his friend Robert over after school until about 8 o'clock in the evening. And then the funeral will probably be Friday or Saturday in Northern Ireland, like in Catholicism, the funeral's always 3 days after the death, or on the third day. I'm not sure if she died last night or this morning. So this being Wednesday. No, this is Tuesday. No, it's not, it's Wednesday. So I would assume the funeral's probably going to be on Saturday. Could be on Friday, I'm not sure. I would imagine Friday night will be the viewing of the body thing. Saturday morning will probably be the funeral, would be my guess. So, yeah. Not much joyful this week. So I shall sign off, folks, and I shall catch up with you later in the week.
Hello. So, look at the state of me with no makeup and my red face. It's a disgrace. I'm just going to bed. I got these pajamas. They're like fleece, but they're a bit too, like, you know what I mean, warm. They're like good dossing about in the house pajamas. So, I've only filmed once this week. I filmed when I went to the cinema to see Nightmare Alley, but I filmed that for a vlog, for a review, you know, like for my main channel, but I haven't really been in the mood to do the actual movie review. I think I just spoke to the camera a little bit about what's going on. So this is Thursday, the 27th of January. I think I mentioned that my granny died yesterday. I spoke again to my parents today to get more information or see what they found out. They're going to have to do a post-mortem because they've no idea what happened. She was 89, and they checked her. She had carers come in at home. There was her husband, and my dad's brother, her son, who lives there on his own. He's not married. And the carers were a bit concerned, so they said to take her into hospital. She needed to go into hospital, which she did. And she was in a couple of days. And yesterday morning they checked on her, she was fine. The next time the nurses checked on her, she'd gone. So she must have gone in her sleep. Obviously there was no, you know, nobody was aware of the fact she'd gone, so she mustn't have suffered. She went quickly. So yeah, it's one of those things, just family are really, really down at the moment. I know me and her maybe weren't close, but it affects you in your family, you know, really down. My dad, you know, he's very much the brave face person. I don't know how he's taken it, to be honest. But what's difficult is her husband, my granda, who I would be closer to, he's 92. And in the past few weeks, he has started getting really confused. We think he's got rapid onset dementia. He's tried to get out the bedroom window. He's tried to get dressed to go out when he's not able to. He's had quite a few falls. And he's actually in hospital at the same time as her. And he doesn't know yet that she's gone because he's so confused that, and so frail that they think if they break it to him at the minute, he just won't take it in, or it'll just push him over the edge. The whole family are expecting him not to last much longer than she after she goes. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but he's not in a very good way at all, which makes the whole thing a lot more difficult for the family, obviously. My dad has 8 siblings, so it's a big family. All of them bar one are married with children, and several of those children, including me, have children. So there's a lot of grandchildren, there's great-grandchildren, so it's going to be a big funeral. It's Saturday, so then they've got a thing at the house after, which I detest. I hate them. I just hate everything surrounding funerals. They're just so mournful and depressing, which is why I'm so adamant that mine won't be like that. I want a celebration of life, like an ease up in a pub, you know, some nice food and stuff and a few drinks, but none of this stuff. But this was what she wanted. She wanted lots of flowers. She wanted like a full mass. I don't get people that want lots of flowers. I would rather people give money to a charity, but that's what you want, I suppose. So we've, all the grandchildren have got her one of the big floral, you know, bouquets that says granny on it. So yeah, so that's what's happening right now. Funerals and deaths is never an easy time. So I'm taking my mum to the funeral on Saturday so that my dad can help with carrying the coffin and stuff, which he'll want to do. My granny was a big woman, so it'll not be easy, but thankfully there's a full family of boys, only one girl. They'll manage. So I'm going to sit with my mum and then I'll take her down home afterwards. So she's not like able to go up to the thing in the house after. She just wouldn't be up to it. So I'll take her and hopefully I won't have to go to the thing after. So yeah, that's what's happening, folks. Kind of mournful. I do apologise that, you know, it's a bit this week, but you can't exactly put a positive spin on a funeral, can you? But yeah, I shall check in with you guys probably after the funeral, let you know how it went. How can funerals go? I mean, really. Isaac had his friend Robert here today for about 4 hours. He comes every Thursday night, so he had a good evening. They had a good time, and I tried corn hot dogs for the first time. His friend's vegetarian, so I didn't want to be eating anything meat producty, so we had corn hot dogs, and they were really nice. I was really impressed. I would do that again rather than like proper sausage. It felt a lot like lighter and healthier, so I was very impressed. On the other hand, I bought meat-free bacon, and it was disgusting, and the whole house stinks. It was awful. Don't get vegetarian bacon, it's horrible. But the corn sausages are good. So, right, I'm off to my bed. I am going to check out a TV show that everyone keeps recommending to me called Yellow Jackets, which I just discovered has got Juliette Lewis in, so all the more reason for me to watch it because I love her. So I'll check in with you guys, hopefully if I remember, before the week's out. Hello, it is Sunday. No, it's not, Saturday. And we are heading into this funeral now, which will be a day I absolutely hate. But no one likes funerals, do they? So yeah, I thought I'd just check in and tell you what we were doing. I'll maybe check in later this evening. And oh, yes, I'm here again. Saturday night, day of the funeral, my dad stayed up at the house after until about 3 o'clock. Funeral was at 10. I took my mum in and then took her back home because it's just too much for her going to the whole after thing. Apparently the house was so full. Every room was absolutely packed with people standing. There wasn't even room for people to sit down. Obviously, they took the seats that there were, but then every other room was packed to capacity with people standing. So my dad stayed up for a while. Did as usual and didn't eat anything, even though there was catering put on. Had 3 drinks and came back home pissed. It was just your typical funeral. That just reiterates to me everything I don't want. Just religious. Not personal. They did like talk little bits, but if you've ever been to a religious funeral, usually it's more about the normal mass or the normal service and not so much about the person. And almost everything seems to be engineered to make everyone feel sad, and I don't think that's the way it should be. For me, everyone's different. My granny wanted a full Catholic big send-off, and that's what she got. I want a knees up in a pub or a function room hired out, and lots of food and lots of drinks, lots of music, lots of laughs. I don't even want the ceremony part, you know, the bit where, you know, they carry coffins in it. I don't want any of that. I don't want anything that's going to make people morose or sad or have people stand on ceremony. I just hate funerals so much, I can't begin to tell you. I know no one likes funerals, but I look around me at the family that are struggling. She had 8 sons and a daughter. And I'm looking at some of the grandkids that she was really close to, and I'm watching how they're struggling. And I think, I just don't understand why people continue to have funerals like this. I know that's exactly what my mum will want. She'll want the full big Catholic funeral because she's, you know, she is religious. My dad's viewpoint is, I don't care what you do with me when I'm gone, I don't care. So, but he'll probably have the same thing. Not me. I'm holding out for them pods under a tree or where they like can decompose your body with water, and then you're used to like grow a tree or a bush or whatever you choose. So that's my desire to do. Just take my contacts out while I'm sat here. So yeah, it went off good enough. Everyone did really well. Some family members did readings. It's one of those things. I almost feel resident to tell people. I had to share the funeral announcement on Facebook because family had asked me to, so that everyone knew. So they'd asked family to share it, which I did. But like, it's not the sort of thing I want to text to my friends or anything and say, oh, by the way, my gran died, because we weren't close, and it feels really hypocritical. So Kelly's watching this, you wonder why I didn't text you. It's one of those, you understand, I've spoken to you about this before, about the relationship I had with my granny, or the lack of. And you're off at the moment at Centre Parks having a lovely weekend, which is awesome. I really need to go there one day. But yeah, it's, you know, I felt sad for other people, but I can't put myself in the same place as people that, like, I was brought up by my mom's parents. So I have this really like weird idea of what grandparents is because they were like parents to me. I grew up in the house with all 4 adults. I didn't see my other grandparents very often. As a child, I think I saw them on a Sunday for a couple of hours. And then from teenage years, I barely saw them at all. I mean, at a wedding or a funeral, that was it. Or a big birthday bash, like I think there was an 80th. Then my granda had a 90th a couple of years back. But that's what I mean, I don't really see them. There's a lot of history there that I won't even go into, I won't bore you. But yeah. My granda, her husband is still in hospital. He has been told, and he did have to ask the person that told him a few times, did you say that? Did I get that right? To check that she was dead. So I don't know if he'll wake up the next day and have forgotten again, I'm not sure. But all he said was, oh well, she had a hard life, and that was it. That's all he really commented. Your typical stoic Northern Irish older person, not going to show any emotions. My dad got a bit choked up when he got back today because he'd had a few drinks. My dad doesn't show emotion. He's just typical of what you would expect from a certain age of a man over here. I think younger men find it easier to express their emotions, but men of a certain generation here especially don't. But yeah, he had a few drinks, so we got a little bit emotional when he was talking about them. It's another thing I don't like. They always have the coffin lid open until it's brought into the chapel, so everyone goes up to see the person. I wasn't at that bit, I was just at the bit after. So I personally don't like to go to view a body because I don't want that last image in my mind. I don't like it, and I've been brought up going to loads of funerals and having to go to see lots of people dead, and I just don't like it. But yeah, it's really hard not to make this morose this week, isn't it? When you're talking about funerals, like I say, even if you're not really close to the person, how your family are affected does affect you, you know what I mean? Like, my dad's lost his mum and all his brothers and his sister, and, you know, it's just a sad environment to be in, really. So anyway, I shall go. I shall not talk any more about funerals. It's done, it's over. Obviously, it's part of life, it's part of what's going on, so that's why I've mentioned it in the vlog. And like I always say, this vlog's only viewed by a few people, so it's not like it's out there, massive public territory or anything. It isn't. I don't advertise my vlogs, I don't post them anywhere. Just a few of you watch. But yeah, tomorrow's Darren's birthday. He will be 49 tomorrow. I thought he was 48, so I had a year off him. So he hasn't decided what he wants to do. He says he'll make up his mind tomorrow. But yeah, I shall let you know. I shall check in with you at some stage, no doubt. And I shall catch up with you later. What day is today?
Hang on.
He's on his video editing or something. What day is today? Well, you don't have to look at me like that. What day is today?
Sunday.
It is the 30th of January.
It's not very momentous.
And it's whose birthday is it today?
Steve Marriott.
I don't even know who that is.
Phil Collins.
It is Darren's birthday. Me and my mum both had a guess at it, and we both guessed wrong. And Dobby has just tried to lie on...
Extend on that, you both guessed the wrong direction.
We both guessed younger, yes.
Yeah.
Dobby's just tried to lie in bed, and she's lay on Molly, who she didn't know was there. And I missed that. It was really funny. Molly was not impressed. So what's that beside you for your birthday? What are we having tonight? Let's just zoom in on that. Chinese!
It's going to be a mixed bag of Chinese as well.
Is it?
Little bits.
Okay.
Little bits.
There's Molly. Can we show what Kelly and Dave got you for your birthday?
You may.
Right. Let me... This is going to be... The quality on this is terrible. It shouldn't be. This is very cute. This is Doug from the show Doug Days, with little toys and a little dog who Isaac says looks like Dobby at the bottom. That's the remainder of the packet of sweets that I opened, and that's other sweeties.
That's the child, what is it called? Grogu or something. Kiwi. Now this is very awesome. Oh! This is one of mine and Darren's favourite horror movies. Oh, you can see I've got the living room light on with the glare on. This is American Werewolf in London NECA figure. Oh, look, you can see me in the reflection. This isn't showing up at all. Nope. There, you can see it a little bit better now. Darren might let me do an unboxing to show it. Are you going to keep it in the box?
Of course.
Like that?
Yeah.
You're not even going to look, there's different heads and everything. You're not going to take it out?
That's what she said.
Honestly, you're going to leave that in a box?
Yeah.
But you could have the box behind it and have the figure displayed in front of it. And it would look really cool. It's in a box, you can't see it.
But don't even look at it. Don't touch it. Goes to 11.
Right, so we're not going to get to see it properly because Darren
You
will
just
take
want to
it.
play on the carpet with it.
You can't see it properly. And you can put the new head on it as well. Yeah, so it's very nice, but I'm not allowed to take it out of the box. Spoil sport. I haven't got anything for Darren because a month maybe more, I've been bugging him. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? I don't know. I'll definitely tell you. I'll definitely tell you. Then decided a week before he wanted me to buy him new glasses. Make an optician's appointment. Still don't have an optician's appointment.
Yeah.
So there's me stuck
It's
with
really
nothing.
hard to get through to. I'm not booking it online because the online booking is useless.
So he still has to make his appointment with the opticians for me to buy glasses. My mum gave him money. Let's
I might
say
settle on a monocle or a pair of monocles.
right, okay.
Yeah.
It's too much effort to do that. Yeah. And you got money from your dad, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So you can add that to your money that you got for your Christmas for the last 2 years that you haven't spent.
I'll get a facial tattoo with it all.
So you've gathering money up and you're not spending any of it. Hoarding it. Hello, Molly. Molly? Hello? What doing?
She says, I'm waiting for Chinese chicken night.
There's Dobby. Oh, she licked.
Dirty dog.
So, yes.
Mm.
How are you feeling about being 49? 49.
Yeah.
Nothing much
I'm
to
not,
say.
I can't, no. It's not even, there's nothing to laugh about.
Well, what's it going to be like next year?
I'll just be in denial.
You know, when I zoom in, the picture becomes clearer, and when I zoom out, it goes like this really hazy, weird thing. But when I zoom in, it's clear. That's weird. Maybe there's a problem with my camera.
Ooh.
I noticed it before when I was doing videos. If you're watching this and you can tell me why it's doing this, tell me.
Doesn't
Look.
like the subject matter.
Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. I don't understand that. So when I recorded videos of me on this, it's done that weird hazy thing. It's fine now. Right, I'll get back to what you were doing. It's just I've recorded enough all week, so that's the only thing happening this week is it's your birthday.
You think people are going to be interested in seeing my mug on screen?
Why not?
They'll be going, who's that
Well, they
god's sight
usually
on the
have to
telly?
look at my mug on the TV. We're not going to film the Chinese because we'll be too set on eating it to film it.
I might film the arrival of the Chinese for you.
Oh, well, you can do that. I can put it in. If you remember to send me it. You can go in and film them and tell them it's your birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Can you have extra for free since you're a regular customer?
Yeah.
Right. It's almost Chinese time. Oh, there's you see the cards as well. If I can get zoomed in. Happy birthday, you old dinosaurs, are from Kelly and Dave.
Oh, actually, I do have some important news about this auspicious occasion.
What?
It's very memorable. 3 a.m. this morning.
You don't need
Pitch,
that.
pitch black, pitch black. I awoke. There was shuffling afoot beside me. Shuffling. Followed by loud, "Ooh!
That's not
You
true.
dirty bugger!" Then silence, then, "Oh, it was you! Oh, you dirty bugger!" Back to sleep again.
Bet you farted.
Huh?
If you didn't,
I've no idea.
I've obviously been dreaming that you were farting.
I was expecting you jumping out of bed and walking off again in your sleep because there was a lot of leg walking going on.
I had that by its stunts last night.
Yeah.
Remember I told you my legs wouldn't settle.
Well, you were marching around your side of bed. No idea what was going on.
Well, you probably farted and you weren't aware of it.
Of course I'm aware when I fart.
Not always. You've done it in your sleep plenty of times.
Way.
Yes, you have.
Slander, is that intimate? Well, it's slander.
Hello, Dobby. Right, we'll go now then. That's 7 minutes of filming. That's probably half the vlog.
Oh Lord Jesus, help us.
That's really confusing me why this does this with a camera. I'll show you in a minute. Right, signing off for now. We're going to probably have dinner in about an hour.
Maybe less because I'm starving.
Right, and I shall catch up with you guys
Chinese chicken.
later.
Chinese chicken.
Darren's got a caterpillar birthday cake.
Big grown up mature one.
Explanation, it's gluten-free. He had two choices. A caterpillar birthday cake or one with pastel roses on.
That's a cat.
So he's got a caterpillar.
Can I blow 'em out now?
Yeah.